inner peace and peace of mind. I'm making history with all the guys. I am not satisfied with getting by. I see the envy, hate up in their eyes. See me win Grammys, do not be surprised. I got the vision and I got the drive. I manifest it so I know it's mine. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel the momentum.
Dion Waiters. At center, Ben Adebayo. At the other guard position, Darren Colson. At power forward, Kelly Olynyk.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
how
he
great
likes
is that?
it. Yeah.
DA, it's all yours.
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college, but a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. And standing over 7 feet, weighing over 250 pounds, it's hard for Embiid to avoid those injuries that plague so many big men, but he in particular seems brittle.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that all the seasons he missed was probably a red flag for that front. It's going to come down to conditioning and us reading a story in August one summer where it's like Joel Embiid has completely changed his body and stopped drinking milkshakes and stopped having 4 meals a day and all this stuff. He actually, I think, is underrated as a great player because if you look at the rim protection stats for him, he is as dominant defensively as he is offensively when he has it going. And he can affect the game even if he's carrying a lot of weight and he's not playing that well. I would love to see him in shape.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, filling out the wings, it's Waiters and Butler. In the middle, it's Olynyk and Adebayo. And it's Collison in at the point guard. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Thibault in at the 2-guard spot.
Yeah, good job that time by Butler forcing the defender's hand and drawing the foul. I mean, that's a knack that Butler is almost perfected.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, you can see and even feel the drive and passion Butler plays with. He's an effective two-way player who just loves to compete.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Thibault. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Here's Simmons. Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Waiters outside. He kicks it to Collison. They get a hand on it. Back to Waiters. Adebayo finds Butler. Just 4 to shoot. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Butler's got 5 now.
Taking advantage of space beyond the arc. Butler's long-range touch is a nice complement to his overall game.
And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end. Like it?
For me, the G League is the key to all of this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go into the G League and have an actual infrastructure that's attached to the real
And
team.
the G League is having an effect on the NBA. There are a lot of former guys from that league playing in the big league.
And the other thing is, like, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with the streaming services. And just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it if you're in China. You can watch it if you're in Hawaii. And I think the G League should be a bigger thing. So if they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. The one and done, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand what anyone gains from going to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
Now here's Simmons after Dion Waiters' miss. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's what you call being a master of your craft from Simmons. I mean, fooled the entire defense in the paint there.
Philadelphia shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, you look at Ben Simmons, and the thing that jumps out to me is his all-around game. I mean, it's absolutely terrific. He's a stat sheet stuffer, supreme.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Collison kicks to Waiters. Left side, Butler. And again, it's the Heat missing.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
Here's Thibault. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Floats it up for Butler. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And all you have to do is throw the ball in Butler's direction, and he'll handle the rest for you, believe me. Fantastic at finishing on the alley-oops.
Now here's Simmons. He's coming off a 25-point game against Charlotte.
And don't forget about his assists. His playmaking was as good or better than his scoring. He was in complete control out there.
And he's able to get it back. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Waiters surveying the D. Richardson against Butler. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I I really like what the Clippers did the last couple of years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players.
And still stay competitive.
Build
so
the
they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
He hits the second from the line. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Thibault, the pass to Harris. Here's Thibault. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Simmons finds Richardson. At the top of the key, Embiid. No good. That would have tied it.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And stolen by Richardson. Here's Thibault. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. To the inside, Collison. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Boy, Butler doing a nice job taking advantage of the open man. Good quick pass there.
Pass to Simmons. Count that one.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
He'd have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Collison against Harris. Collison, no good.
Oh, that's a terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Bill defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the landing space. And all that stuff.
Well, what would you call
load management? We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start?
I don't know.
Can we just play basketball?
Just like work. Yeah, just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's another one.
Gathering the
Never
ball.
said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. Here's Simmons after Darren Collison's bucket. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Collison. And that one goes long.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Pass to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Richardson. And they're on the break. Here's Thibault. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Now here's Collison. And the loss to the Pistons the other night definitely was not himself. Olynyk dishes to Waiters. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Butler missing.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Collison, the pass to Adebayo. Picked him clean. Now the 76ers on the break. Outside, Simmons. Harris outside. Embiid trying to break loose. Harris's shot is off.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Richardson against Butler. Can't hit from 12.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Bill, you host your own podcast. I've listened to it. I subscribe to it.
Thank you.
I love it. What do you make of so many NBA players now doing the same thing?
Hey, we have a couple of them. At the Ringer, we have J.J. Redick, and we have Vince Carter and Ken Bazemore. The ones that are good at it take it seriously. It can't be one of those things where, a player says, you know what, I want a podcast, and then it just magically happens. And you got to work on it. You have to use your connections and book your guests, and you have to be candid on the podcast. You can't just show up and just babble. And the guys that have been successful at it are people that could probably have a media career for a living. Like JJ is clearly going to go into media after he retires. Richard Jefferson had a great podcast. He's gone into media. He's really good.
Yes.
So I think you need a little more talent at it than people realize. And you need the consistency of it. You can't say, I'm starting a podcast and then not do it for 2 months. Like, you have to really stick to it.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford's checked in for Joel Embiid. Scott comes in for Harris. And it's James Ennis in for Richardson. The Heat also changing it up. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Olynyk. Winslow comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Dragic in for Darren Collison. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And Simmons kicks to Ennis. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Now it's a 4-point 76ers lead.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around.
Dragic finds Winslow. And here is Butler. Can they get it? No good on that one. The 76ers leading by 4. Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 8. He'll name a couple past superstars that didn't always get enough credit for being as dominant as they were.
Moses Malone would be my #1 pick. Probably the best player in the league for 5 years. Dominant in '83, they won the title in Philly. Really gave Kareem a lot of problems, and was just awesome, and has now just been swept under the rug. Nobody even really remembers. So I would go with him first. Never. Well, it was part of the problem. They were tape delaying games back then, and we didn't have league pass. We didn't have a lot of that stuff. I think he was really underrated, and you kind of never know who's going to endure and who's not going to endure, which is one of the reasons I wrote my book.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Butler dishes to Dragic. From past the arc, the shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Horford the pass to Thibault. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Butler.
It's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily.
A nice shot by Winslow. The 76ers lead. Here's Thibault. It's stolen by Adebayo. Butler passes to Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists in the game.
And I respect the craftiness and savvy of Dragic. I mean, when he gets positioned deep inside, he finds a way to score.
Here's Thibault. Over Butler. Here's Scott. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Justice Winslow. The 76ers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Heat making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
And it's Butler missing. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Simmons passes to Thibault. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Thibault. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. There's the pass to Simmons. Over Dragic. They get the rebound. Horford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, he was the 3rd pick in the 2007 NBA draft, guys. Horford won 2 college championships at Florida back-to-back before entering the league.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Scott. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And those can often come back to haunt you, Greg. They've got to focus and really make the most of the chances.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 5. 6 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Johnson, that's for 2. And it's good off the back rim and in. And it's a 4-point Heat lead.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for Miami. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We'll return shortly. You learn about Jimmy Butler, difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball, that's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Boy, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. The backcourt, Dragic and Butler. Johnson and Leonard together up front. And it's Winslow in at the 3. We've seen a handful of players land the Supermax contract bill. By and large, how do you see those deals working out?
It's tough. Nobody's really been happy with it yet. You know, it's so much money and it's such a big part of somebody's salary cap. And you're just kind of handicapped with it. And we've seen John Wall is the worst case scenario of it. But the situation Charlotte was in with Kemba Walker, where he makes the All-NBA team and now his Supermax is $240 million instead of $180. Like, that's crazy. And in a salary cap league, to pay $50 million a year for somebody is just nuts. It compromises the ceiling of the team. So the Bucks are going to be in this position with Giannis, where he's making $55 million a year and the cap's 120. How are you going to put a good team around
You can't
him?
maneuver.
You can't. So I would put a wrinkle in there that I would make the Supermax, whatever, pay the player whatever the number is, but it only counts for like 32 million or something. Make it so that it's not
A
prohibitive.
percentage of the total cap.
Yeah, make his cap figure is 32. Even if you're paying him 55, and then that way people can compete better.
The 76ers making a switch here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several all-star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. I didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage." Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Dragic kicks to Butler. To end the run, score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Really hard to stay with Jimmy Butler because he's so good at getting shots up and in past the defense. Just has a real knack for scoring even when challenged.
Now here's Ennis. 8 points for him. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot. He can't get that one to fall. The Heat go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Back to Simmons, and Simmons slams it in. And these Philadelphia fans, Bill, unafraid to boo anyone, including their stars on their own team in the playoffs.
And you. I think they might boo you because you did the call for the Kawhi shot, where you were just like,
On the heels of the Philly special in football.
Right.
Right? I mean, they've had these 2 incredibly interesting moments in sports. Please stand by my side, though, okay, if you don't mind.
Kevin Harlan's a national treasure. Leave the man alone.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Harris subbed in for James Ennis. And then for Miami, Olynyk, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Waiters in for Jimmy Butler. Now here's Waiters. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Olynyk. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
No good from Simmons. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Charlotte Hornets. Johnson finds Dragic. Back to Johnson. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. And the Heat lead by 1. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Harris with it. And it's Waiters picking him up. Outside, Simmons. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid, no good. For Miami, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Puts it up from 15. Waiters no luck.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Richardson the pass to Simmons. Back to Richardson. Passes it to Embiid. Shoots over Olynyk. Another miss by Philadelphia. Miami's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And here is Waiters. 9 points last game. Kicks it to Dragic. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Shot by Johnson, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Tipped away. Olynyk with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Stops, pops, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. That's 7 points for Goran Dragic. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Heat?
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Embiid really good at shooting in rhythm off the catch.
Waiters outside. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Miami shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Scotty's checked in for the 76ers. Then for the Heat, Bam Adebayo comes in for James Johnson. And it's Collison in for Goran Dragic. Olynyk finds Waiters. Winslow against Scott. 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, Scott pulls it in. 76ers trailing. And here's Richardson outside. And Winslow pulls it down. The kick out to Collison. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. Sinks that one from the post.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Pass to Scott. Back to Richardson. Shoots from the right block. Yep, that one goes in there.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Winslow. 7 points in the game. Unloads from 9, and another basket for Miami. The 76ers trail by 3. Outside, Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Harris outside. Takes a 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. In the corner, Collison with it. With some arc, and he sinks the layup. Collison's got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Harris's shot is off.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Peters on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. Puts it up from 12. And Olynyk at the basket on the assist by Waiters. And the Heat lead by 7. Philadelphia has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Olynyk against Harris. Harris missing again.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Simmons, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Simmons got 6 in the quarter. The Heat leading by 5. Raiders on the wing. From the top of the key, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Richardson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Richardson's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Outside Collison. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your...
Oh, what a play!
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Here's Collison. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Ben Simmons. Miami shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And he makes the first.
And, you know, the veteran leadership Darren Collison, DC, brings to this team is really important. His younger teammates really look up to him and respect him.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Olynyk, and it's Butler in for Justice Winslow. Collison hits them both.
And a great job from the line this quarter. They've gotten their percentage way up there.
And they double up Simmons. Harris outside. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Much respect to Tobias Harris. I mean, his touch has gotten better and better, and it seems to be the case every season.
And entertaining as always. Bill, thank you so much for stopping by. We always appreciate your time.
Thank you. Just, I don't want to do any Celtic games. Can we not do that? I
They're
don't want
off
to see
the
that
schedule.
team. Let's do the other teams.
Okay. And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Butler, no good.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
From 12 feet out, that shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
Collison dishes to Waiters. Butler deciding where to go with it. There's the 3. And Tion Waiters, the bucket on the assist by Butler. Butler's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, you see what you have here. I mean, the unselfishness of Butler, an often unsung trait of his.
Now, here's O'Quinn. Back to Harris. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. From deep. And that one is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Miami ahead. They're up by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. James, you came out and you were really productive. In fact, the whole bench was productive.
Yeah, of course, you know, that's what the second unit's for. We go hard in practice. We know we can play with the best of them. And we just want to give our first guys the first group a lift.
You certainly did, James. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
I love it. You know why I love it, Ernie? Because they're getting the ball inside and converting. Not just sitting back behind the line shooting threes. See, that's kept the defense scrambling a little bit, unable to lock in on anything. Get it in, we'll kick it back out, then you shoot it.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge.
You know, after the Sixers were knocked out in the second round for the second straight year, there was some speculation, and I think unmerited, whether Brett Brown might be let go as head coach. The players voiced their support and made the decision easier to bring him back, and I think it was the right one. He's done a fantastic job as the leader of the Sixers.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. And the wide open shot from Collison. And a miss there on the triple. And Coach Brown, Clark, captained the ship through some real rough times in the beginning.
And you know, Kevin, I think for that reason and the job he's done here recently, he's earned the right to see this thing through. It's a result-oriented profession. I know that, and I understand it. But this is a team built to contend, and that's the expectation. And I'd like to see Brett Brown have a chance to bring it to full fruition.
First free throw is good. Look, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin. I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Now here's Butler. Lets it go from 14.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Thibault, the pass to Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got 20.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Butler. A three-pointer is right on target. Butler's got 16.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Thibault. Richardson outside. Embiid against Butler. Knocked away. The Heat with the lead. Waiters outside. Simmons against Collison. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shoot.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Collison kicks to Olynyk. Waiters outside. Now the pass to Butler. 13 feet away, and he nails the jumper. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, I think Butler had a pretty good mid-range game coming in. You know, he was drafted 30th back in 2011.
Harris against Adebayo. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Heat with some changes. Johnson comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in for Darren Collison. And Miami has possession. It's a 1-point game. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Butler against Richardson. 5 to shoot. Butler dishes to Olynyk. Some solid defense from Harris. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Poked away. Embiid, the pass to Thybulle. Simmons against Dragic. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down. Great game for him, double-double now. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
Boy, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
Now here's Waiters. Back to Butler, over Richardson. And Butler gets it to go on the assist from Dion Waiters. 20 points for Jimmy Butler.
Great shot making tonight from Jimmy Butler. Looks like he's playing with a little bit of an edge.
Got a hand on it. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Nasty. I'm talking filthy. Butler punching it and getting his teammates on the bench amped up.
Embiid finds Simmons. Here's the teardrop. Yes, and the foul. That's on Goran Dragic.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Miami.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Bolden's checked in. That's good from Simmons. Mark, do you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Timeout called, the Heat.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom. Jimmy Butler. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 18 points a game, 5 rebounds and 4 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Simmons, who's got 23. Unloads from 9. Jump shot is good that time. Harris has got 10 points.
You know, you can't allow Harris to get comfortable there now, guys. I mean, once he gets the positioning he wants, you're toast.
Dragic left side. Left side Butler. Embiid with the steal. Dragic against Simmons.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Simmons. Floats one up, and he lays it up and in. And now a 6-point 76ers lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort to the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Here's Thibault. Pass to Harris. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case. You know, Jimmy Butler is right in your face and candid. He's confrontational and doesn't back away from that. Entering the league under Tom Thibodeau, fire-breathing vets like Joakim Noah, that's how he rolls and that's what he knows.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Butler. And if you're a coach, Clark, or a GM, how much concern do you have about acquiring a player like Jimmy Butler, who's not going to bite his tongue?
Yeah, you know, I think it's important that a winning culture is already in place with a guy like Jimmy Butler. Guys who don't mind being pushed and challenged to be their very best in the quest to win. He's a fire breather, but he's also a high-level performer, a high-quality guy. And when you have that combination, usually you're going to win.
Now here is Harris. 10 points for him. And Simmons kicks to Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist here tonight.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
Count that one. Philadelphia leading by 3. Outside, Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Passes it to Scott. Harris misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. With the putback. And Winslow pulls it down. The Heat trail by 3. Dragic with it. 11 points in the game. Pass to Winslow. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Leonard. Good ball movement here by Miami. Again, Dragic missing.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Harris kicks to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. side, covered by Winslow. Here's Horford. And too long on the shot. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Here's Butler. It counts, and the foul. That one on Harris.
You know, that's just simply outstanding focus. Butler is used to getting hit on the way up, expects to be bumped and jostled around, and still muscles his shots in.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
One shot.
And it's tied up with that one.
Boy, the Sixers have come a long way in a short period of time. I mean, 2 years after finishing as the 4th worst team in the league, guys, they came within a few points of making the Eastern Conference Final.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Timeout called, the Heat. And the Sixers team has championship aspirations. Clark, can they make it out of the East, do you think?
Yeah, I think this Sixers team, guys, is very much capable of being an Eastern Conference champion. I mean, we forget about all the midseason trades they had a season ago. They didn't have a lot of time to ferment and gel. I think with a full season, training camp and a full season, with the players they have, they're going to be a force in the East for several years.
Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Miami's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Dragic against Simmons. Dragic looking it over. Leonard on the wing. Dishes it to Butler. He kicks to Dragic. 4 on the shot clock. Over Simmons. Again, the miss by the Heat. The 76ers lead. And Simmons slams it in.
The quickness, the size, the speed of Simmons, captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Dragic against Simmons. Here's Butler. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Back to Scott. Kicks to Harris. Back to Scott. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 11. And the pass to Winslow. A 3. That one's not going to go. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Butler attacking, and he comes up with the deuce. Butler's got 16 here in the second half.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Harris finds Simmons. Harris looking it over. The shot from the low post is good. Harris has got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Here's Dragic, and it's sent back by Horford. they double up Simmons. Pass to Horford. Harris outside. Hits it from three-point range. Harris has got 12 now in this quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Now here's Dragic. 11 points in the game. And stolen by Scott. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now it's an 11-point Philadelphia lead.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Now Butler. Will it go? And the miss. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. 76ers lead by 11. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Miami, starting the fourth. Filling out the wings, it's Waiters and Butler. Myers Leonard is out there with Adebayo. And it's Collison at the point guard position. Oh, Quinn can't hit.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Thibault. Dion Waiters making his last shot. Down low. The shot's good from O'Quinn. And the 76ers lead by 11.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Left side, Waiters. The kick outside to Butler. 6 to shoot. Back to Waiters. And there it is for him. Waiters got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, check out the handles. Their nasty spin move had his man grabbing for air.
Passes it to Richardson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, maybe not the most well-known player in the league, but Josh Richardson has been a big source of offense, and Greggy's done it for a while now.
A bit of a specialist, but Richardson has no problem putting up and making threes.
First free throw is good. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Leonard. Clark, you know, some players just don't need a lot of rest. They can play basketball all day, every day, and don't want to be taken out. They've all got a lot of engine in them.
Yeah, they do. 24/7 guys, we call them. They don't need a lot of fuel, and it seems like they never are out of fuel. Guys like Paul George and Russell Westbrook come to mind.
And stolen by Richardson. Floats one. Rebounded by Collison. The Heat trail by 11. He feeds it to Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Boy, great recognition from Collison. That's what good point guards do. make nice passes.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Thibault. To the middle. O'Quinn finds Harris. Shot clock at 5. Lets the 3 fly. Miami grabs the miss. Olynyk got 7 rebounds in the game. Throws it up high. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Richardson against Collison. Now here's Richardson. Inside. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Richardson.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Collison against Richardson. Collison, the pass to Waiters. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. Richardson kicks to Harris. Here's Thibault. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Collison, the pass to Adebayo. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Here's Thibault. Here's Harris. Basket counts. Harris has got the lead up to 13 now for Philadelphia.
Well, he sure is a talented combo forward with terrific feel for the game. Harris can score in bunches.
Butler against Harris. And Butler, here we go. Here's Adebayo. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Here's Thibault. He's guarded by Waiters. 13 feet away, and he connects with the jumper. That's now 8 points for Josh Richardson.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And they double up Butler. Good ball movement here by Miami. Olynyk finds Waiters.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
Richardson outside. Harris inside. He's against Olynyk. Pass to Richardson. Launches a 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Butler. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The 76ers leading by 11. Here's Thibault. Richardson the pass to Thibault. Here's Harris. Fires from the wing. Miami grabs the miss. Olynyk's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Shots good by Waiters.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Richardson kicks to Harris. The pass to Thibault. Great touch on the 16-footer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Harris against Butler. Stolen away. And now Philadelphia on the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Waiters outside. Outside Collison. Waiters dishes to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. The 76ers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. And Miami also making a switch. Goran Dragic is checked in for Darren Collison. Two on the clock. To the paint, Butler. Good work defensively by Richardson.
It's really a tale of two quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
At the elbow, Horford. Here's Simmons. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
That's good from Simmons.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Dragic gets the bucket.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now here is Harris. Back to Simmons. To the inside. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got 4 points this quarter. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play. It's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Yep, and they've simply shown more aggressiveness, guys, more desire to secure the ball.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Butler passes to Dragic. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists now in the game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Heat call time here. Kind of a quirky personality for Jimmy Butler, more than a little mischief in his sense of fun.
Yeah, but he's always got a method to his madness, and I heard it once said that you have to dare to be great, and to dare to be great, you got to dare to be different, and Jimmy doesn't mind being different. How about listening to country music, something he started in college at Marquette to annoy his teammates, and then also this. Would you do this, Kevin? Give your phone number out at a press conference? Jimmy Butler, daring to be different and daring to be great.
presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And so Butler nails both of them. And here is Simmons. Pass to Harris. Down low. Here's Richardson. Bucket is good. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good. He lobs it up, and Adebayo throws it down.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And here are the 76ers now. After the Heat pick up 2. Here's Horford. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Butler goes in.
Hard to stop Butler when he's driving to the rim, determined to finish.
They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
And they double up Simmons. Harris up top. Passes to Thibault. Simmons against Dragic. 4 on the clock. Richardson gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3. The Heat trail by 8. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The 17-footer. Raiders no luck.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Butler with the steal. Waiters outside. 29 seconds left in the game. Shot clock at 6. Richardson against Dragic for 3. Olynyk gets hauled in by the 76ers. Here's Thibault. So the 76ers win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Al, congrats. Tough game tonight. When do you think you guys really locked in and started taking control of the game?
It all started the second half. We didn't do a good job the first half. We let them hang around. But, at least we reacted better the second half. This is one of those games that we just had to, will our way to win this.
A lot of games like that, you have to kind of just grind out, Al. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.